That night, I was shocked to know about Alan. It was such a terrific day. Hard to believe that this has happened with me. Hi guys, I'm Tracy from a middle class family. Honestly, I would say a bit less than a middle class family, as our family used to stay in a metro city. So, being middle class was a bit challenging for us. To overcome those challenges, my single mother had to work two jobs to suffice our daily needs, meals, and my schooling. My father passed away when I was just 1.5 years old. He passed away in a car accident. He had a car accident because of his drinking habit. So basically, it's just me and my mother. So far, my life was about seeing my mom working hard, earning for us, and my school studies. Until one day, I met Alan. One day after my school, I was rushing back to my house. While crossing the road, I was gonna get hit by a car. And suddenly, Alan pulled me back and I fell into his arms. When I looked up to see my savior, I saw a charming guy staring down at me, smiling gently. His arms were strong and he was well dressed. He accompanied me back to my house and we had a long conversation while returning. I was impressed with his behavior. We exchanged numbers and we started talking. Months later, we were dating, and he used to pick me up from school in his brand new car. My school friends often saw Alan waiting outside my school. When they asked me about him, I used to blush and say, "He's my boyfriend." Alan often used to show off the brands he used to wear, and he also gifted me branded clothes. Alan often used to change his car, and he used to bring them to school to pick me up. I was so amazed. We used to go out for dates, as usually like the other couples. On my birthday, he proposed me with a precious engagement ring. I was delighted and I accepted his proposal. He promised to marry me soon. I went back home and I told my mother about Alan. Also, that I wanted to marry him, and he proposed me with a ring, and I showed her the ring. My mom observed the ring and told that this might be a used ring. I didn't believe her, and I went straight to bed. After a few days, Alan told me that his personal documents and bank cards were stolen from his home, and he needs some money as he need to book a flight. I gave him 200 euros. Alan went on a business trip and we did not speak for almost 2 days. A few days later, he called me up and told that he still did not return from his business trip. The tender he was supposed to get was cancelled and their company suffered a huge loss. They won't be getting any money. He mentioned that he needed some 8,000 euros and asked me to help him, which he will return in 15 days once he returns back. I was worried and I told him that he was demanding a huge amount of money and I did not have that much of money ready. Alan seemed to be very worried. He told me that he just wanted to settle down the business and get married to me and stay happy forever. After listening to all his problems, I was completely disappointed as I wanted to help him so bad. But there was nothing I could do. Seeing my desperation to help him, Alan came up with an idea. He suggested me to take a loan from the bank using my mother's documents. The idea did not seem fair to me at all, but I was so eager to help. He was able to convince me. The very next day, I went to the bank to take a loan, and I was successful in doing so. I transferred the amount to the bank account Alan shared to me. This account was his security guard's bank account. After receiving the money, Alan called me up and confirmed that he had received the money. He also thanked me for helping him. 3 days later, he FaceTimed me and showed me that he and his bodyguard they had been under attack by some goons sent by their business competitor. He told me on the call that he need to shut down his phone to be safe. He will call me back once the mess gets cleared up. I was so shit scared of all these things. I was very distressed mentally. I called him up every day, but his number was switched off. I also kept texting him. After a fortnight, I started to panic as he was supposed to pay back the money to me. Seeing my foolishness, my mother was furious. She was extremely angry and disappointed. She could not afford to pay back the amount of money I took as a loan. On the 20th day, Alan called me back again, but this time I busted on him out of anger and asked him to pay back the money he took. He promised me to pay back the money soon with interests and showed me a check of 8,500 euros. He informed that he is going to parcel the check to me and I will receive it in next 2 days. I was so happy about it, but my happiness was short-lived. Just after an hour, he called up again and told me he needed some more money as he was attacked by the goons and they took the check with them. I realized that he didn't want to pay back, so I clearly stated that I won't be paying him a single euro. While talking to him, my mother hurriedly called me up. She turned on the TV. On the news, they were showing Alan's photo, claiming him to be a scammer. He did scam multiple girls from different cities. He uses his charms and tricks them to fall in love, and later on demands money from them, stating he had a huge business loss. His name was shown as Charles. I was shocked to know about Alan. It was such a terrific day. It was so hard to believe that this has happened with me. I was out of my mind. I started abusing him on the call, and he hung up the call. We immediately went to the police station. I reported the entire details to the police and gave him all the details I had of him, including the account number in which I transferred the money. The cops were able to trace his location and arrested Alan the very next day. This was all over the news, so the loan I took was reduced by 50%. It has been 5 years since that incident. It took me so long to recover from that phase of my life. We kept repaying the loan for the next 3 years, and I felt like a loser. But I have learned from my mistakes. I completed my grad, and now I have a stable job, and I still stay with my mother happily. A message to all those youngsters out there: don't get fooled by such scammers. Hey guys, so if you like this video, go hit on the like button and share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.